Okay, welcome. We are going to learn how to use Revit today, boys and girls. Are you excited? Yes, you are. Okay, so first got a question for you guys. How many apples grow on a tree? Give up? All of them. Do you see apples grow anywhere else? Come on, really? All right, so we're going to build a house. So we're going to do the one that we just got done doing by hand. I figured it'd be a lot more fun to do something. The other one I had was way too small, and I just couldn't bring myself to do it. So without any more interruptions here, let's get started. Here's how you start a residential house. So first off, you need to do is click New. Okay. There's a template you need. It's not these. You have to go Browse. I'm trying to go as slow as I can throughout this. So you choose Residential Default and press on the Open button. Now residential default should be right here, then press OK and wait. And waiting. Hey, why'd the T-Rex cross the road? T-Rex can't cross roads, they're dead. I'm so punny. Okay, here we go. You may be waiting a few more minutes. Who knows? Pause the video, whatever. Okay, so a quick overview. This architecture tab is everything you pretty much need. Doors, walls, windows. A component is anything else in the house. Whether there's a chair, a stove, a fridge, a toilet, a sink, whatever, you'll find those all in there. You're never going to use columns. Roofs, ceilings, floors, so on and so forth. Stairs. Room tags you'll use, just lots of stuff. Okay, this stuff here, don't close these out. I know what happens though. If it happens, here's how you get these back. Let's say you accidentally close these out and you can't figure things out. Here's how you get them back. If you right click, you always have properties right here. To get the other thing back, you hit View, User Interface, and it's called Project Browser. Okay. The function of a project browser, this is your links to all you need. So your floor plans, ceiling plans, 3D views, your elevations, so on and so forth. You probably don't know what an elevation is right now. It's a front view of a house. Imagine multi-view, but you're looking at the front view. So, but everything you need is right here, okay? This is your option, so this will give you a few things to do in the house, but it changes based on what you click on. So anyway, we're going to start moving forward right now. So choose architecture, and you're going to choose walls. We're just going to jump right in. Hopefully you have the plan in front of you. If you don't, call me over. I will get you one. All right. Keep in mind, this program is a lot of ish. We're going to ballpark things and then change them. So whatever you type in, whatever you draw, be flexible, please. Okay. So basic generic wall 6. Okay. We don't want that. That's just like a hollow wall. These are your main outside walls. And to be honest, it doesn't matter which one you click. I'm going to go with the basic wood siding on wood stud. That is what you guys have in most of your houses. If you live in a house. If you live in a cardboard box, you won't have that. Next thing. This needs to say second floor. Okay, because you want to extend your walls up only to the second floor. Hopefully that makes sense. The last thing I like doing is I like working on finished face exterior. What this allows you to do is this allows you to, when you draw, and I just clicked on my screen right now, you'll see how there's a dotted line on there, and that's the outside of my house. Okay? So just for practice sake, I'm just going to click right here. I'm just going to press escape. So do me a favor, draw a quick wall on your screen, and if you click at it, you'll see you have this little arrow. Wherever that arrow is, that is the outside of your wall. It matters. You don't want shingles inside your house. In fact, you probably don't want shingles in your life. Heyo. All right. So anyway, we're going to go back to wall and look at this. All your settings are still set. So I can press escape all I want to, and I can press wall. It remembers my last settings. Until you change it, it will be this. Okay? So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to click, and I'm just going to eyeball out how big the house looks. So based on the floor plan, now I'm just going to make this look like this. I don't even know what size things need to be at because you have wall thicknesses in here and you're going to have other factors that involved. So I'm going to go about 56 feet to the right. You'll like see these arrows here. Don't get rid of those. Those are elevation markers, and they kind of help out later. So next, I'm going to go up, I don't know, let's say about 18, 19 feet. To type in something in Revit, let's say I want to type in 19 feet 6 inches. Sure, I can eyeball it, but that only goes so far. When you want to type in something, you go 19 space 6. Oops, sorry. Let me try that again. So I turn off my numlock. 19 space 6. And now it goes. You never have to type in feet and inches. The space is your feet. Okay. Looks like the garage about 24 feet. So I'm gonna go about 24-ish out. It doesn't matter if you're like exact or not, because we're gonna make it perfect later. Go down. Let's go about 55 feet. I'm gonna go over this way, and you see how that blue line pops up? Well, that's trying to help you line things up. You don't have to go up and touch it, just like AutoCAD. You can just move your mouse over, click, go up, and click. Okay? So now your walls are done. Well, now you might be thinking, what does this look like? Top of your screen, slow down a little bit there, is a thing that says Default 3D. If you ever hover anything, it'll give you a little picture of what it does. It's kind of nice. So if you click on this, this is what you drew. So I see right here, I already made a mistake. I don't know how I did this, but I did. So my walls are backwards. So to fix this, if you got it right, good. You just click it and you press spacebar, and that will flip it over for you. Yes, it will move it a little bit, but you should see your shingles on the outside. So I'm just clicking this and pressing spacebar. To look around your house, oh look, I did this one too. Man, I started off horrible. Oh well, it doesn't matter. You're learning how to make changes. So if you have to flip a wall, click it, spacebar. You might be hearing my spacebar right now, but that's pretty much about it. To look around your house, hold shift, press scroll, and you'll get this little thing, and then move your mouse. This will allow you to look around your house and see all your sides of what you've made so far. Okay? Awesome. Okay. To get back to the 2D view, you have two options. This is a new option where you have this thing that says first floor right here. That's great. Or you can double click right here on the icon that says first floor, and then you're good. Okay? Now, the one thing about Revit you need to understand, I'm going to back this guy up. He's just bugging me that he's in the way. You have to put dimensions on everything. That way you know how big everything is. I'm going to say the word everything one more time. So here's how you put in measurements. Up at the top is a dimension tool that says align dimension. Click it. Now, you always measure to your face. That's my standard. Some people might do different. I like doing to the face. Okay? Now, the nice thing about going right to the face is you can click on the outside of the house. So I'm going to click on here, left click on here, and I'm going to click on here and move up and dock it. And there we go. Look, 24 feet and 56 feet. That's what I wanted. Okay. Now I'm going to go the other way. If yours are different, it's fine. I'm going to show you how to change things here in a second. So click here, and click the bottom and dock that. It's a nice, easy way. Do the chain. Outside measurement should be, guess what, folks? Outside of your house. So that makes life easy. Okay? Looking in general terms of how to change a measurement. Let's say I'm doing this thing, and I'm going to make a change here. Why? Because I can, and I'm going to teach you something. Why? Because that's what I get paid to do. So if I want to change this measurement, the common thing a person does is they'll double-click this little measurement right here, and they'll double-click this, and nothing happens. You're just kind of toggling back and forth. You get this annoying thing that pops up. This is just if you want to add notes to it. You're not doing yourself any good or me any good, and you'll be yelling at me in about 3 seconds because you can't figure out why it's not working. Okay? You have to tell the computer which wall to move. Duh. I want to move this wall. So it activates it. The other thing it does is it does a temporary measurement. Ignore these things. They're really annoying. Okay? So I click this wall. I click this. I type 26. Now my wall's bigger. Okay? Let's say this wall's in the wrong place. Well, I'm going to change this to 60. But now this goes to 22. Why? Because I clicked this wall. So keep in mind, when you click a wall that's in between two measurements, it's going to change one. Shocking, I know. So let's change this back to 26. Okay, so your outside of your house is drawn. We're going to jump right in and do the inside walls. I know, right? I'm pushing you here already. Okay, we're eyeballing this at best. So here's how you do your inside walls. You're going to click on walls again, which you should be already on. You're going to click on 4.5 partition. Now, if you're wondering what a 4.5 is, I'm not telling you. No, I'm kidding. I'm going to tell you. It's a 2x4 with a half piece of drywall on both sides, which equals 4.5 inches. Now, when you draw walls, you see it gives you these little measurement guidelines. Okay? Those are good to give you a clue on where you're at, but overall, they're not that big of a deal. Do not click and draw up, because if you do, it'll make this really bad noise because you'll draw a wall on top of a wall. That's going to annoy me a lot, and you too, but mainly me. So I'm going to click walls, and this 4.5 dude is going to pop up. So I'm just going to trace in how my house is going to look. So I'm going to draw lines like this. You see how I tried to line this up? Then I'm going to put a line down the middle here. Draw my closets. Make it look like it's supposed to look. Okay? So I just did that. Impressive, right? So let's try to get this lined up real quick before my video runs out of time. Okay? So, like I said, you have to dimension everything. Wall faces again. I'm going to click here to here. Now, in order to dock a measurement, you have to click inside of it. If I click up here, it's going to give me a wall measurement, and that's horrible. Okay? Click in the middle of your measurements. I'm trying to tell you all the little stuff. I'm sorry if I just yelled in your ears. So click this, dump that. So try to put measurements in. Now, if you want to be really good at this, line things up. It makes it look a little neater because you're going to have a lot of measurements on here. And if you line it up, you'll make Voith very happy. That's me. Okay, so I just lined them up. And you see they're all about the same. So I need to do some changing to this. And I know that I need some walls to line up perfectly. This wall here, I know for a fact lines up with this wall right here. Now this is going to be your first real trial. Okay, so if I'm going to line up this with this, I need to do a modification. Try to do this slow. So I want to click this wall here, and this brings up a wall modification tab. I can also get to it if I press escape and I click modify. It opens up the same thing. So that modify tab is here, but if you click on something else, it doesn't matter what it is, it's going to pop up. So right here on your screen is the align tool. I want you to click on it. Okay. Now, in order to properly activate this, this needs to say faces. It doesn't automatically do it, which is annoying. So I want you to click wall faces and press on the enter button twice. You'll see here how it still does this. But if you click off to the side, it doesn't do a thing. That's awesome. Press escape, press it again, and now it usually sets it in. And it did. So once again, click this, choose faces, press enter a few times, and then if you press escape and you click it again, it comes up. Why it does that, I don't know. It did this the last two versions. So anyway, I want to click the inside of this wall. I'm going to click on the inside of this wall because these are supposed to lock in. Because this wall is supposed to be fluid all the way through your house. Remember that? So once you do that, press lock. Now, if I move this wall, it comes with it. I'm going to undo real quick. Okay? So I have a minute left in this video because these are only 15 minutes long. So let me do some changing on some measurements here. Okay? So this wall here, let's bring this down to about 13 feet. Now, once again, if you want to make your life easy, you can use the align tool and align these two walls. That way, they're always the same. Okay? Click this wall here, and these are supposed to be 2 feet. That's a standard width for a closet. Okay? Let's make this, it's not going to be perfectly centered. Sorry for some of you people who have to have things perfect, but it's just not going to be. Let's go 12.6 here. Nah, let's go 12.3. Ooh, I can do it. 12. Yeah, let's go 12.3. Okay. We'll see you in the next video. I'm out of time.